This video is probably going to piss off a lot of advertising, marketing gurus, and honestly, I'm okay with that. Move this back. Don't mind my hair. Maybe I should fix my hair. Alright, that's better somewhat. Hey, what's up you guys? It's Nichelle here, and today I am going to be talking about Quibi. If you don't know what that is, honestly same, because I don't know either, which is kind of sad because they spent over $450 million in marketing this past year. Just letting you know, I haven't actually downloaded Quibi, so this is all based on articles that I've read. So this morning I read an article from, what's his name? From Josh Constein at TechCrunch. He basically talked about how Quibi is anti-TikTok, which I completely agree with based on all of the articles I read about the platform. Still not gonna download it. Don't think I will ever download it. So if you don't know what Quibi is basically an app that's weirdly in the middle of a social media platform and a streaming platform. They market themselves as a platform that has movie quality shows that are under 10 minutes. There's a few reasons why putting themselves in this unique position is actually probably going to be really bad for them as a business and as a company. Just gonna emphasize this one more time. They spent over $450 million in marketing within their first year, and only 300,000 people downloaded this app upon launch. They spent all of this money on advertising, and a lot of people still don't know what the fuck it is. Their ads have been everywhere on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. They even had ads during the Super Bowl and during the Oscars. My initial thoughts on this app is that it's not a social media app. I feel like, at least from what I got when seeing the ads, when I did see the ads, I thought it was a social media app. After reading more about it and figuring out what it is, I don't think it's trying to compete with Twitter and Facebook and TikTok. I think it's trying to compete with Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, Apple TV Plus, and even YouTube. That's the problem, is that they're positioning themselves in this way. They want to be a streaming platform made for mobile, but all of these streaming platforms have a desktop version, an iPad version, a TV version. Quibi is only available on your phone. They're marketing themselves as if that is their selling point, but I believe that that's probably one of their biggest downfalls. With streaming platforms like Netflix and Disney Plus, I honestly rarely watch shows on my phone. If anything, I'm watching it on my computer, I'm watching it on my TV. I never really watch an episode of Netflix on my phone. After doing my research and after learning about Quibi, I feel like Quibi as an app missed the mark for a few reasons. They don't fully understand the culture of being on your phone. I feel like when you're on your phone, you want it to be a social experience. The majority of the platforms and the majority of the apps that do well on the phone have some sort of a social aspect to it. This ties into my second point. They don't fully understand their ideal audience. I feel like they're trying to market to people who like social media, but also people who like Netflix, so they're just trying to meet in the middle. But there's a reason why we, at least for me, as you know, being a millennial, I separate those two into two different categories. How I use streaming services like Netflix, like Hulu, is completely different than how I use social media apps like Twitter and TikTok. I feel like Quibi is trying to merge the two together, but the reality is that we're using those types of apps differently. Something I also found really weird, which I feel like completely missed the mark, is the fact that Quibi has these features that don't make the experience enjoyable, if I'm being completely honest. They have this turnstile feature, which allows the user to experience the show in either vertical mode or horizontal mode, landscape mode. The concept is pretty cool, but that can also be a negative towards the user because they're going to feel like they're missing out on things. They're trying to make that horizontal to portrait mode a more immersive experience, a more full experience, but at least to me, that seems like something that can be very distracting. Another feature which, again, again, I think it's going to be terrible for the user experience, is that the shows that they're going to curate and share with you are going to depend on the time of day, the weather. That's a fun and quirky and cool little feature, but at the end of the day, people want to watch whatever they want, whenever they want. A lot of platforms use algorithms that are based on the user experience, that are based on what the user clicks on. With Quibi, with this weird feature, it seems like they're going to be choosing the shows for you, which sounds a lot like cable TV. And the last reason why I feel like Quibi missed the mark, and it's actually the reason why I'm making this video, is that Quibi didn't really build their brand. I've worked in marketing advertising for the past year and a half now, and something that I've noticed is that a lot of business people put a heavy emphasis on advertising and ad spend and how much money should we put towards ads. You know, all of those entrepreneur gurus that kind of piss you off because they seem like assholes. Yeah, so a lot of those people put such a huge emphasis on advertising, but the thing is that advertising alone isn't enough, right? You can be like Quibi and spend an excess amount of money on ads, but still get no traction. Or you could get a lot of traction, but when people go to your social profiles and they don't see any content, they don't get a better sense of who you are as a person, they're going to click away. You're not going to build a strong audience. I actually read this book. Let me go grab it. Pocket Full of Dough. Looks like it says do. It's Pocket Full of Dough because it's by Chris Do. Chris Do's whole thing is that
having an audience is greater than customers. All companies have customers. A few companies have an audience.
If you have a solid and dedicated audience, they are going to be the ones that will buy whatever you end up selling. Not saying that you should take advantage of them in that way. They're dedicated to you. They believe in your message. They believe in the things that you're trying to produce and the message that you're trying to share with the world. And where Quibi failed is that they did not build a solid audience that will fall in love with their platform. They are trying to define what the app is before people even go on it, before people even experience it for themselves. But if you look at the way the internet works, it's the user who shapes the experience, not the platform. Hope you guys like this video. Very random video. I literally read that article from Josh Constine this morning and I was like, I gotta make a video. To me, it seems like all of this is common sense. The more and more I learn about advertisers and marketers and how business people function, the more I realize that it's not common sense. I think a lot of business people focus on money and they focus on all of the data, which again, I understand. But the reality is that they're missing the biggest portion and the biggest contribution when it comes to how well a platform does, which is its users. And so I just had to make a video just because. Also, if I didn't make a video right now, I know I wasn't going to make a video, so I just decided to make the video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment in the comments below if you have downloaded Quibi or not. Yeah, subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Want to try to post videos more often? I'm working on some shit. Hopefully there will be a lot more videos coming up. Yeah. See you guys next time. Bye.